heading to Jos. Welcome back to Sunrise City, because Mr. Fom Godson joins us this morning. He's a former Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on the program today.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Nigerians.
Okay, so tell us, what is this that we hear that the lawmakers who were sacked by the court plan to resume at the Assembly? Is that right?
That's not true.
What is the situation then?
It's all about our strategy.
Oh.
We're not resuming work, but we have a strategy.
So, did you reach out to pressmen to include this as part of the strategy, as the headlines?
Not really.
Where did they get that story from then?
All we intend to do is that we have approached the courts, and we are law-abiding citizens of Plateau State. We are not going to do anything contrary to what we have on ground. But we have our own strategy, and we want to keep it to our chest. So we're not resuming work. We're not anywhere near the House of Assembly.
Okay, so nobody should take any of those information seriously that you plan to resume?
No, not really.
Okay.
So are you going to be working with right now, there are new members representing the constituencies that you currently have, that you currently once represented. How is the relationship? Because I imagine that you must have been doing some work before you were removed by the appeal court judgment. Is there going to be a handover of sorts?
Not really. You see, from the judgment of the Supreme Court, I now know that our mandates were stolen. And ordinarily, if you catch a thief with your stolen television, even though he has taken it home, you find a way of taking it back. Therefore, we have approached the courts, and eventually we're working on it. As it is, the members of my constituency are not ready to give up on their mandate. They have asked us to approach the courts, and we have done just that. It's a very sad situation. The gentleman, the Court of Appeal gave him my mandate. He got 25,000 votes, and if you multiply his votes times 3, he needs almost another extra 9,000 votes to get to where I got. So the thinking in my constituency is that I need to do everything, and I think it's the same thing of the 16 other constituents, that we must do everything humanly possible within the laws to reclaim our mandate, and we are just doing that.
So you say you've approached the court. Which court have you approached? Because we know that, usually cases involving the State House of Assembly stops at the Court of Appeal. Which court have you approached?
Yes, we have a new challenge as far as issues are concerned in Nigeria. And then yes, it is obvious that everybody knows from the books that the cases for houses of assembly to the senator stops at the Court of Appeal. But here we are with a situation whereby the Supreme Court has ruled in the case of the governor that neither the Court of Appeal nor the tribunal had jurisdiction to entertain those issues. So ours for round, we want to enrich whatever it is. We're trying, doing whatever it is, seeing the windows. We have been told by our lawyers there are windows, and we are exploring those windows. So it's a matter of strategy. Again, I would not want to say it on national television.
You're not going to tell us which of the courts you're approaching, even though you say you've gone to court?
No, I will not. I will not. We have quite a number of windows that we are looking at. It's a matter of, I keep saying it, there are quite a number of windows that we're exploring.
But Mr. Godson, you're going to serve the other party in this court matter, aren't you? They can't rule without hearing both parties.
At the appropriate time, they will get to know, sir. Nothing to worry about.
In the meantime, how are the constituents, accepting this judgment? I mean, what is the mood like within your constituency?
It's like a graveyard. People are worried. People are not happy. People are sad. You see, let me say this. Ordinarily, if the people, the 16 members of the APC that were given our mandates, if we were in a civilized world, by now they would have gone back to say, look, take your thing. We don't want it because it is obvious that it was a stolen mandate. Nobody is happy on the Plateau. The only thing that has given us hope is that the governor has come, and people are rejoicing. But ordinarily, it's a sad mood, and people are not happy. Look, I come to think of it as I say, you won your election with almost 80-something thousand, and somebody wakes up and gives a man that got 25,000 votes in the mandate. Who is he going to represent? It's a very sad situation on the Plateau, and that's why our constituents have asked us to approach the courts, and we're doing just that.
Okay, so at the moment, the only way now is either the court decides or there'll be another election much later, depending on what the court decides. But at the moment, that's the right way to go, which is what you're doing, going to the courts. But
yes,
I know you'll be optimistic about getting something from the court, but this kind of case terminates where it has the appeal. So one wonders.
Yes, can I say this?
Yeah.
The case of Plateau is novel. We have not had some issues like this among the election cycles. This is a new case. It's a new. We have something that is coming up that presents a new thing. So we want to explore and see so that we don't have such issues in the future. If we just say, okay, let's just sit down, just accept what it is, and then at the end of it, whichever way the court say, we're going to accept. But let's try something and see whether there's a window within the Constitution of the Federal Republic.
All right. So
one thing. Let me say this: if the Supreme Court sentences a man to death and is about to execution, and eventually there are new evidence, do you kill the man because the Supreme Court has said so? No, we have that man knows how we have setting him free. So we want to check and see whether there's a window for us, because it is our mandate, God-given mandate. People give us this mandate, so we're going to do exactly what we can do to make sure that we return our mandates.
All right. So at the moment, if it doesn't go your way in the courts, you'll be contesting again for the next election, wouldn't you? I mean, everybody else.
No, that depends on the constituency. It's not for me to say I want to contest. You know, if after the next cycle, the next 4 years, probably I will not go back to the House of Assembly, or I just go back to my farm. But as it is, I have a mandate of my people to see what I can do to reclaim their mandate. Because as far as they're concerned, they have been robbed. You know, so we don't allow them to enjoy the booty of the robbery. We want to do everything humanly possible, legally possible, to ensure that people get their mandate back.
All right, I think that's very instructive there. So no one can hide under any guise whatsoever to foment trouble, because you've highlighted, legally speaking, that's the way people should go.
We're nowhere near the House of Assembly, nothing at all, no.
Okay, all right, Mr. Fongboson.
Everything you have had and this is all about our strategy, and we want to keep it to our chest, please.
Okay, all right, so we'll look forward to that much later. So we wish you and your team all the best.
Thanks. Do have a wonderful day.
All right, Fongboson, former Deputy Speaker of the House. Well, earlier we did tell you that Nigeria did play, even though it was 1-0, some people said it was lackluster. So
but they qualified.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that when we return in just a moment, everybody. Stay with us.